Hi there, gorgeous, and a very happy Frugal Friday to you. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I make videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Fridays are my exclusive drugstore days where I focus specifically on affordable makeup. So if you'd like to be notified of new videos in the future, please subscribe, and thank you so much in advance if you do. I'm coming to you today with a makeup phase because we're going to be doing a tutorial from beginning to end. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and the one I'm showing you today is one of the most highly requested tutorials since I posted the video showing the look. And if you recall the video I did on the beginner's guide to false eyelashes, in the thumbnail I had this beautiful image of this mermaid green eyeshadow with some browns, and it's one of my all-time favorite looks. I absolutely love this combination, and it's very easy to put together. I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyeshadow primer. I'm using the one from Revlon. While we're waiting on that to dry, I'll talk a little bit about the look and what I used in the original photo that I showed you. In that photo, I used the NYX Mermaid eyeshadow, which is this one right here. It's such a beautiful shade. Isn't that gorgeous? It's still one of my all-time favorite colors. And in that photo, I also used the Lorac Pro eyeshadow palette. And I only used 2 eyeshadows from this palette. The great thing is that they are so easy to dupe. And the shades in particular I'm using are Taupe and Sable. Makeup Revolution makes a palette called Iconic Pro, and it's an exact match for the Lorac Pro palette, and I have done videos on it in the past. Unfortunately, I cannot find mine at the moment, but the good news is that Makeup Revolution also has a separate palette, which is one of my all-time favorites also, and this is their light and shade palette. And there are 2 dupes in this palette also for the shades I just showed you. So this is what we're going to be using in place of Taupe, and this is what we're going to be using in place of Sable. And they are exactly the same. I'll show them to you here side by side so you can see what I mean. No difference between these eyeshadows whatsoever. That's the great thing about browns. They're really easy to dupe for the most part. Starting with a blending shade to match my skin tone, I'm taking Wet n Wild's Brûlée. Ah, I got a new one. Look at that. It's about time. And I always in my looks apply it on my brow bone first. This helps with blending. It makes eyeshadow application smoother. So do yourself a favor, find a shade that matches your skin tone and always apply it to your eyes first. That's my best advice for getting the most professionally blended results. First eyeshadow I'm going to take from the light and shade palette is the one that is a dupe for Taupe, and you could use the Lorac Pro palette also if you happen to have it. I simply wanted to provide some more affordable options. Since this is Frugal Fridays and we're here to try and save some money, I'm applying this into the crease. And the brush I'm using here is the Sedona Lace EB15. It's an all-time favorite crease brush of mine, but any fluffy brush will work. Ooh, excuse me. I've had questions about how pregnancy is going. It's going great. We are scheduling an appointment right now for a 20-week ultrasound update, although I'm 20 weeks right now, so we'll be a little late in getting the ultrasound set up. But like I explained when I first announced this pregnancy, because our baby boy has 1 artery going in instead of 2 to deliver all the nutrients, they're keeping a very close eye on him this entire pregnancy. So at least I get to see him again. I'm excited about that. So we'll be going in for that soon, and I'll be sure to give you an update as I know more. And then I'm taking a small amount, I mean just tiny, itty bitty, not that much, just 1 dollop basically of that blending shade. And I'm going to use that to blend out the edges of that neutral brown in the crease. Oh, the cravings. The cravings have been real, let me tell you. My goodness. This is my dad would laugh hysterically if I told him this. But okay, I hate mushrooms with a passion. I just can't stand them to save my life. Well, at some point in this pregnancy about 4 weeks ago, I got this massive craving for mushrooms. And my dad loved mushrooms, and he would always tease me every time he ate them because he knew how much I disliked them. So when I got this craving, I was like, Well, it was just so strong. I mean, if you've ever been pregnant, you know that cravings can be so strong that you're just like, okay, fine. So I'll continue that story here for you in a moment. But the next shade I'm taking is the one that is a dupe for Sable from the Lorac Pro palette, and it's this shade in the Light and Shade palette. Using a MAC 239 brush to pick some of this up. It's not drugstore, I'm sorry, but it's my go-to brush for lid application. So I go to the store, I'm standing there, looking at the mushrooms, like debating, do I really want to do this? And I ended up getting a package of stuffed mushrooms that are pre-made in the meat section of the store, and you just come home and pop them in the oven. And let me tell you what, this is the best doggone thing I ever had. The whole time I was like, oh my gosh, if I could tell Dad this, he would be cracking up. And you know, actually I have to wonder if that was him. He probably did that, play a joke on me. He was that type of person. And by the way, I'm applying this eyeshadow to the outer third of the lid and the inner third of the lid. I'm going to leave a blank spot in the center there for the Mermaid eyeshadow that we'll be applying at the end. I've also been craving raw carrots, pineapple, which pineapple for me, I mean, I like it and everything, but sometimes I feel like it's too sweet, so I don't generally eat it that often, but I've really been liking it this entire pregnancy. And the last eyeshadow, as promised, is NYX's Mermaid. This is just, oh, I want you just to see this. It's, every time I wear this in videos, I get asked what it is. It's simply gorgeous. You really don't need to apply this eyeshadow wet. It's so vibrant on its own that it doesn't need the added help. But in the thumbnail that I showed you in the beginning of this video, that did get applied wet. So I'm going to do the same thing here so you get the same intense vibrancy that you saw in that image. So I'm taking a setting spray. This is the City Color Matte Setting Spray. It can be any setting spray. It doesn't have to be anything special. Something to wet your brush. And I'm simply spritzing to get that eyeshadow wet and applying it directly on the center of the lid. And you can see what I mean. It's so... Can I just paint my face in this color? I don't do anything after I apply it wet. I let it dry fully. So I'll go over and do the other side while I'm waiting on that to dry. Once it has dried fully, that's when you can go back and start to blend the edges so there aren't any harsh lines. And I simply take the brush and I'll tap along those edges. You can also use a fluffy brush here too. It's up to you. And keep doing these little movements until you can't see where one eyeshadow ends and the other one begins. You want to blend them, mold them into one another so it's seamless. For eyeliner, there are two ways that I typically like to go with this look. It's completely up to you. Both are equally beautiful when you pair it up with the combination that you got going on the lid there. So the first one that I like to do from time to time is take the Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeliner in the shade Brown. I'll line the lower waterline and the upper waterline completely, so rim the entire length of the eye. If you really want to focus on making that blue more intense and helping it to pop more on the eyes, you can also add a blue eyeliner. And I've done that before with this look and it's extraordinary. So when I do that, I typically use the L'Oreal Silkissimi eyeliner in the shade True Teal. And this, I have to show you this. It's just one of my all-time favorites. I love it. Look at that. And it goes on that pigmented and it lasts all day too. It's simply gorgeous. Maybelline also makes one in their Lasting Drama line, which mine is like really worn down here, but this is a dupe for the L'Oreal one I just showed you. So if you can't find the L'Oreal one, the Maybelline one works just as well. This is in the shade Silken Turquoise. And when I swatch them side by side, you'll see exactly what I mean. And I love the Maybelline Lasting Drama line of pencils also because they last all day too. They're not going to move from your lower lash line. So I'm going to stick with the brown eyeliner today. And like I said, I usually rim the lower waterline with it and the upper waterline. I admire people who can just rim their upper waterline like it's nothing. I feel like it takes 20 minutes for me to do it because I'm so trying to avoid the pencil. It's not natural. For my brows today, I'm using the Revlon Color Stay Brow Creator in the shade Soft Brown. This was a recent discovery for me, and I actually really like this pencil more than I thought that I would. And once I've got it penciled in pretty well there, I take the spoolie side and I'll brush the product through to thin it out and make it appear more natural on my eyes, so it's not as if I've applied straight pencil. I like a softer brow personally. I don't like a really harsh looking brow. For my lashes in that thumbnail, I was wearing one of my most favorite pairs ever. These are from my lash line. For those who don't know, I have my own cruelty-free lash line where we sell synthetic and human hair lashes. It's called Inky Minky Lashes. Was named after an old cat that I had who's passed away. He used to be in videos all the time. His name was Inky, and my dad's cat who is named Minky. So that's where the name came from. Anyway, these are one of my most favorite pairs. They are in the style White Lie. I love them because they are so natural. They have a clear band, and they're just, every time I wear these, I always get asked what mascara I'm wearing because people don't expect for you to say you're wearing false eyelashes. And you can see why I love these lashes so much. They are gorgeous on the eyes. So if you're interested in them, I'll have them linked for you below. If you like natural styles, we have a ton of natural styles right now available. I also like dramatic styles, but I've really been into the more natural looking lashes lately, so I have a lot of those stocked. And I would recommend looking at styles like Authentic and the Best Mascara, Daddy's Girl, and Fresh. Those seem to be our most popular sellers right now. Oh, and they're kitten lashes too. Those have been flying out the door. So thank you so much to everyone who has helped support my lash line. I really appreciate it. And I'm so happy that so many of you are loving your lashes too. That just thrills me to no end. All right, we're going to continue with the face here. I'm going to show you something really quick. I'm not even sure what I'm going to use here. I am going to apply a BB cream. This is an old one, the Covergirl Clean Matte BB Cream. And this is one of my favorites because it stays matte all day and it gives you enough coverage, but you don't feel like you're swimming in the makeup. Adding in a concealer because we have to. I mean, the bags, they be real. I'm using the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and a little bit goes a long way. I mean, this is too much. Okay, and tapping it in under the eyes, you can see what I mean. I mean, this is such a pigmented concealer, you really don't need much. And then I'm setting everything with the CoverGirl Clean Matte Powder. This is wonderful stuff. Whew. Jet got into my perfumes the other day, my perfume sample drawer, and he was taking the brush and doing this. So now my brush smells like yes, I let my son play in my makeup. I know that irks some people, but you know what? You're a kid one time in your life, and I'm not going to tell him no if he wants to creatively express himself. I mean, it's just, come on, it's just makeups. It just washes off. I'm taking a little bit of this shade from that Light and Shade palette again, and I have it on a Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm going to run this on the lower lash line. I typically wait to do this step after all my face products have been applied, simply because if you do it before, you'll just rub it away. And the one product I've really been enjoying a lot lately, and I'm surprised I haven't worn a big dent in it yet, is the No. 7 bronzer in the shade Golden Sand. And I've just been using this one on the cheeks. This is a brush from Carity, by the way. It's their F25. I don't know what scents he mixed into this brush, but it actually smells really good. He's a little perfume maker. I absolutely love, and that's even an understatement, honestly, the Milani Nude Lip Liner. You can see mine is very well loved. I need to get another one here shortly. And this is the most beautiful blush, dusty rose shade, and it pairs up so beautifully with a variety of nude lipsticks. And then I'll take Maybelline's Blushing Beige, which is a peachy pink. I'll apply that over the top. And then the final step is to add NYX's Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. And I simply take a small amount of this and apply it to the center of the lips only. This gives the lips a highlight. And it does make your lips appear bigger, fuller, without having to get those horrible lip injections. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many times I've been accused of having lip injections. No. It's just me. And they get bigger when I'm pregnant, so look out. Well, this was a much more chattier tutorial than I had anticipated it to be, but I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to be here, for watching this video, and for helping to support this channel. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Big hugs. And if you're interested in any of the products that I used here today, I'll have all of them listed and linked for you below. They will be affiliate links, so if you click through, I'd like to say thank you for helping to support this channel and our family. Again, appreciate you, can't say it enough, and I want to wish you a wonderful, beautiful, blessed weekend ahead. I look forward to seeing you again on Monday.